Hello, everyone. I'm that UK gamer, apparently, aka Duck. Just coming online because felt like it. So if anyone joins, this is just going to be random chats and Q&A, as the title of the stream suggests. I think there will be people coming on, so hopefully it won't just be an hour or whatever of me talking to myself. Although, I'm sure I could probably entertain myself that long somehow. Talk about quantum mechanics, discuss strategies for the ultimate Pokemon team. I don't know. Yeah, we'll find random stuff to talk about. That's what this is about. Random chats, random questions, just because we can. Why not? But thank you for coming to the stream. It means a lot. It's good to see you. Do you have any random topics you want to talk about or random questions for me to answer? Doesn't have to be gaming related, just anything. Although, of course, there may be some questions I won't answer because they're not appropriate, but just let me know. Although the one thing I will tell you is my back is so itchy right now, it's ridiculous. So you probably see me reaching back every now and then to have a scratch with my back scratcher because my back is basically burning. Also, it is really hot in here, so I might have to put the fan on at some point. In the meantime, if you do not know, I have recently uploaded a video to the channel about some pickups I received. I've also just finished an hour-and-a-half stream on Twitch of Goat Simulator. So please feel free to check out my Twitch account and watch that and let me know what you think. So, what to talk about? That is the question. My drink of choice is nothing special, unfortunately. This is my drink of choice, and in case anyone's wondering, it's tap water. I have no hot drinks, I have no alcohol, nothing like that. This whole thing is going to be done with a bottle of water. Yes. So, Al, hello. I know you said you had beer. What beer have you got today? Because either way, you've got more beer than I have. Although, I mean, to be honest, it is Friday tomorrow, so I'll probably get beer for then. Finish work, play some games, drink some beer. Sounds good to me. Sometimes, though, you can't beat a good drink of water, in my opinion. Also, if we do want to talk about games, what games have you been playing lately? Apart from Goat Simulator, as I just mentioned, I played in GTA Online, making money through the auto shop. Played Cooking Simulator at the weekend, as you may know if you watched Retro Bear's TMB podcast last weekend. I'll tell you what, my back is so itchy right now, it's ridiculous. And I don't know why. Also, Al, I saw some of your Wii collection video earlier. Had it on as I was getting ready for the stream. I see what you mean about having to buy the horse games, by the way. CNC. So Command and Conquer, yeah? I think I've played Command and Conquer in the past. I think. Can't remember when. It was a while ago. But I think I have got it for the 64. If not, I'll need to get it anyway for the European set. But I'm getting there. Let's see your Wii games. Okay, but there's not that many now because I'm sorting them out and got rid of a load. Because to be honest, they were terrible condition. But I'll show you quickly. So, whoa, this is kind of weird. Well, there's some of them. This row here are the ones I'm looking at more than likely keeping. Although, I did see in your video you had Hell's Kitchen, so that's one I'm looking at getting. Because I have it for the DS. Hi Paul, welcome to the stream. Well, Spider-Man, so what is that? Is that PS4, PS5? Either way, I can't play it. Because I've got a place. Yeah, I've got a I've got 2 PlayStation X, it's the original one. I've got half a PS2. Half mine, half my mum's. Twice as nice, double IPA, 6.6%. I've always been more of a lager man than IPA. I've tried a couple of IPAs and I didn't like it, to be honest. I know when it was my birthday, I got one because I think I asked for your suggestions, tried it, and I just did not like it. I tried a couple more. Again, just don't like it. So I've come to the conclusion I'm definitely not an IPA man. I am a lager man. To be honest, though, and lager sounds really good right now, if I'm honest. Oh well, I might just have to get one tomorrow then, I think. Or maybe 2. Hi, Mr. Tapman. Off to see Rochdale play Colchester. Well, as I'm from Southend and Colchester were big rivals, I guess I have to go for a Rochdale win as well. So yeah, I'm up for a 6-0 Rochdale win. Always could see Colchester lose. Shame they picked up the form right at the end of the season. Might have helped Southend survive. Never mind. I'm just happy we had a good start against Leeds. That was like, yes. Now I just need to keep it up. So you're a lager as well then, Paul. Don't blame me one bit. I think they're much nicer. But the question is then, what lager do you drink? What's your favourite? Mine was Tuborg, but it's only got a lot harder to find, I noticed. Especially because Wetherspoon seemed to stop doing it, which is annoying because that was my local. Now I drink maybe Carling, or sometimes I go for a Bud Light because I could do a few less calories, if I'm honest. I'm not going to hide that fact. It's quite nice to taste, though. Heineken. Oh, yeah, Heineken's pretty good as well, actually. I quite enjoy that. Although Warsteiner, I've seen people mention it, but I haven't really seen it. The Spoons by Asda. Sort of, Al. Because before that opened, there was one in Southend, which was my nearest one. And if I went to the pub, it tended to be in Southend. But then they opened the one by Asda. So there's that or the Marstons there. They're really near to each other. They're pretty much my locals now. And my normal drinking buddy actually lives by the Marstons. But they're both by Asda. But yeah, most of the time it's Spoons. It is now the one by Asda, the Parsons Barn, which is what the pub used to be called before it was a Wetherspoon. I think it was independently owned, if I remember. Exactly, they're both at Asda. But as I say, the Parsons Barns, the old, well, it's not the new, older one in terms of it's only been a Wetherspoon less time than the Marstons has been there. But as a pub, as a whole there, it's there much longer. It used to be a Norwich City pub, if I remember rightly. I think there's scars on it. Where's the best place to visit in Southend? Do you mean generally, like, or for a specific thing? Because as a whole, Southend, yeah. But I live in Southend, so I probably don't think as highly of special places. There's some good bits though, like the Retro Hunter in Lee. Let me think, where else? The Sea Life Centre is quite cool, actually. They've expanded and now has stuff like meerkats. So I need to go see the meerkats, I think. Where else is there? I'm trying to think. There's a couple of other good game shops. There's a CX cash converter type shop along the high street called Beso. There's only like 6 or 7 joints in the chain, and they're all in London apart from the Southend one randomly. They have a couple of good games there actually from time to time. I picked up where is it? This. I got that from there. Empire Strikes Back for the 2600. I think I might have also got my SNES from there actually. I think. Also, our suggestion, Super Pizza. I just love the fact how much you know about Super Pizza. I mean, it's got a good reputation around here, or it did have. I think it still does. It's right by not just the stadium where Southend played, but also by a massive park, Priory Park. So we have actually gone there and then just gone for a pizza or whatever after. So we just basically put on all the calories we burnt off playing football. Evening, Geordie Slasher. How are you? Thanks for joining the stream. What's the best FIFA ever? Oh, that is actually a very good question. I'm sure there's some people out there who say none of them. In terms of the best one, in terms of realism as such, if you can call it that, I'm tempted to go 13 because that's the one I enjoyed the most in terms of like trying to have a realistic-ish football game. As for my personal favourite FIFA, that would be 97 on the Mega Drive. But that's mostly because I really love the indoor football on there. Why is it PES? I can't get on with PES. I'm honest. I've never been able to get on with it. I've got PES 4, I think it is. I think I bought it on release or close to it. And I just never got to grips with the playing style, ever. I don't know why. And also, for some reason, Peter Brackley's voice really irritated me. Although, rest in peace, Peter Brackley. Although, Trevor Brooking used to get me with his whole, what was it? A few of the fans thought I was in I Did Too or wherever it was when it's clearly over. Also, FIFA 97 is Ginola in a Toon Top. It did. So that must have been right before he moved to Tottenham, I imagine. And dated the girl in Southend for over a year now. Well, that would explain it then, wouldn't it? Do you know the sad thing about that? I would say there's every chance that until I got with my fiance, you dated the girl in Southend longer than I did, and I live here. How bad is that? I mean, I might have been with someone for over a year, but it wasn't like a year consecutively. It was like broken up sort of thing. But yeah, now I've been with Retro Crazy for over 5 years, so easily my most long relationship. Okay, well, given I know how you know Southend, what do you think about Southend? Is it a good place? What's your favourite charity shop? Because I'm intrigued to see if you know something I don't. I know where most, if not all of them are, but I never seem to really find much in them at all. I was smashing a nurse from World Number 12. Fair enough. So that's down Kent way, isn't it? But I love the way you worded that, by the way. Parts are good. Which one's that? Because I don't recognise that one. As I said, there may be shops even you're aware of, because I don't know. Because I know the ones down Southend High Street or near there. I know a couple off there. And then like as you get more towards my way. And I know Lee Broadway. But most of the obscure ones I probably haven't got to because the buses don't go there. And I'm kind of reliant on a bus at the minute. I've just also seen Tatman's comment. I'll go to Super Pizza. Yeah, it is good. Never played a PES game. Do I think Phil Brown is the man to take Southend to the Premier League? I think it would take Jesus to get Southend to the Premier League, if I'm honest. But I think Phil Brown can definitely get him out of the National League. Whether it'll do it this season, I'm not sure. But I think within 2, definitely. He's got the experience. He knows the lower leagues. He's respected by Southend. I think he's got a good chance as anyone of getting him out of the National League. Hey, mate. Hope you're well. Yep. I still have the most itchy back in the world. I don't even know why. Time for water, I think. I'll tell you what, I'll put a question out there. So, as you may know, I streamed Goat Simulator a little bit before this. Are there any other games on Game Pass that I should look for to stream? If you have any suggestions, please let me know. Ah, yes, Charity Shop down North Avenue. Yes, I know the one you mean, actually. My mate lives down there. I haven't actually been down there for, I have no idea how long. I don't even know if it's still there. I'll have to ask my mate. But, yeah, I know where that one is, actually. I've been in there once or twice. Yeah, Peaceful Place, that's it. Name's familiar now. The thing is, it's like, it's not out of the way, but it's like not, it is a fair bit of a walk from the bus stop, put it that way. But I said my mate lives down there, so I have to ask. Have we set a date? No, because we're not entirely sure when we're looking at what we want to do or whatever yet. So it'll probably be a little while yet. But I imagine we'll announce something when we've decided. What sort of game? To be honest, it depends. As long as it's on Game Pass or it's free. I'm hoping to possibly stream some FIFA soon with my mate. But I'm looking for something different. That's why I went on to Goat Simulator. I'll probably go back to Sonic as well at some point. I've got Sonic Adventure, Sonic Adventure 2, and Generations to go through. Oh, right, yeah, Central Avenue. See, my mate lives in North Avenue. One of my mates lived in South Avenue, but he's moved recently. And Central Avenue, I know because I've been on the bus down there a couple of times. And are you all invited? Maybe. Depends how much money we can spare and where we go, I guess. Do I have a soft spot for a Scottish football club? Yes, but I don't know if people are going to like me or hate me for it. I quite like Rangers. I think it's partly because my brother used to like Celtic. Apparently he doesn't now. But I don't know, I've just always had a soft spot for them. Although I think part of it might be the whole Alex Ferguson connection. I know he also managed Aberdeen and they're red as well, I guess. But I think Rangers were the first proper Scottish club I know. But also, I also remember one of the people I spoke to sometimes at school, like secondary school, was a Rangers fan. Like he's from Glasgow, so I think that might be part of it as well. But yeah, I'd say Rangers. Although East Stirlingshire, legendary club. Well, they were till they got relegated anyway. Yes, I did see Skyrim was on there. I meant to think about that because I think you can use the mods, I think, or at least some of them, which could be interesting. Because I've played it, I've been playing it on the 360 and I've got it on my Switch. Mostly because I want the Zelda stuff, if I'm honest. I still need to go get that, actually. But yeah, and I've heard good stuff about Morrowind, I think, and Oblivion, so they're good. Oh yeah, Hades. I think that's just recently come out on Nick, hasn't it? Or physical or something. I remember seeing something about that. What else we got? Maneater. No idea which one that is. And what's Art of Rally like? Yeah, I'll echo Al's question there. Is it a rally game? Do you draw rally cars? Do you throw paint at rally cars? That could be fun. Try and hit rally cars with paint guns. Flight Simulator. Thing is Flight Simulator on the one or is it just for the Series X? Well, Series S and X. Because I've only got one for now. But still, 110 gig download. That is quite a lot. I'll have to buy an external hard drive. Well, I have to buy it regardless of Flight Simulator, to be honest. I'm probably going to download the Halo Master Chief Collection. And I know that's quite big. That's like getting over 100, I think. Unfortunately, quite a bit of my spare hard drive space is taken up by GTA, so that doesn't help. Bit my tongue, it really hurts. Hi, Gordon. Hope you're well. And you heard someone talking about Rangers. Yeah, you did. Saying that Rangers are like the team I support from Scotland. Much prefer them to Celtic any day. Oh, yeah. I mean, there's still a lot though, isn't it? I'll have to look into whether Flight Simulator is up for the one then. I do kind of want to see a Southend Airports on there though. I'm intrigued. Random fact, don't know how many people know this, but have you seen the film Goldfinger? I'm sure a lot of you probably have, know what it is and watched it. But did you know that Southend Airport's actually in Goldfinger? There's one bit where he's in the car and it's got a map. It's got what was Southend Airport in the 60s. Completely different to what it looks like now. Me and my brother actually compared to maps what it looks like now. But it's definitely where Southend Airport would have been. Yes, thank you. Oh, okay. Art of Rally is a rally game. More hot shots. Okay, I'll keep an eye out for that. I do like some racing games. Hi, Patrick. I have no idea what E10 is unless I'm just being stupid. Evening chicken. And I can never thought I'd say that, to be honest. Normally, it doesn't get a chance for me to say it. It's normally gone by that point. Who is your favourite Little Britain character? You know what I said about the FIFA earlier, where people probably say none of them. I think that applies here. To be honest, I never watched it, never really got on with it. The best thing about Southend Airport is the retail park outside. To be fair, the airport's a lot better than it was. I know, I don't know if it's known around the country, but I know in the local press they were saying about one of them girls from Love Island a year or two back. Is it Megan or something? Got caught banging a guy in the toilet there. But yeah, the retail park is pretty good. I think it's not as good as it used to be. Because I think there are a couple of shops over there that aren't there now, like Staples, I think, which was handy when I was at uni, to be fair. Actually, talking of Southend Airport, there's a Sports Direct up there, and I actually bought a Rangers shirt from there a few years back. I bought it when I came back from Berlin, because this was, 2013, I think it was. They introduced flights between Southend and Berlin, and I actually got the first ever flight from Southend to Berlin. I got a nice little cuddly teddy bear, so I've called it Berlin. And then on the way back, I bought a Rangers shirt. It's a white away one. The only thing is, I don't like the collar. It's like quite tight on my neck, so the style of it. If I had like a collar like this one, it wouldn't be a problem. But just felt like I had to get a Rangers shirt. Although the fact it was £10 helped. That did help, I have to admit. But I was also on uni money at that point, to be fair. Yeah, and of course there's McDonald's there, so always good for a McFlurry. Bought more Rangers shirts from Sports Direct than Rangers fans did. Quite possibly. Thing is, 2013, so this was what? End of 12, 13? Is that the sort of time when they were down, like League 1, League 2, whatever it was, I think? Have I got the United Game Boy? No. I know it exists and I want one. I think the Retro Hunter used to have one. But I didn't have the money at the time, so I couldn't buy it. But I do intend to at some point. It's like the Grail, I think, for my collection. What's the most expensive 64 game I have? Ooh. Something tells me, Al, your most expensive is probably worth more than mine. Let me think. What are the expensive-ish ones I've got? I've got Mario Party 1 and 2. I've got Smash Bros. I've got Majora. I've got Stadium 2. I'd imagine it's probably one of them. Most of mine are a lot of the cheaper ones. Yeah, I'd say one of them. But I'm not sure which is the most expensive. Relegation 2012. Oh, right. So, yeah. So that means they would have been just after they won the League Two then. Well, I like Rangers as my Scottish team, but they're not actually my my actual team. That would be Man United. They're my team. Been supporting for nearly 30 years now, so yeah. But Rangers are my Scottish team. Hey, sweetie. Love you. Am I the best tuber in Essex? Yeah, why not? I don't see why not. Got a bit of arrogance, a bit of like confidence, haven't I? Although whether the subscriptions and reviews say otherwise, I don't know. Chelsea. Ugh. What's better, the 99 side or the Ronaldo, Rooney, Tevez side? Oh, I'm actually tempted to go the 08 side with Ronaldo, Rooney, and Tevez. I think that team was more interesting to watch, more exciting to watch. And to be fair, that is one heck of a front line, Ronaldo, Rooney, and Tevez. And again, you've got like Evra, Vidic, Carrick, Scholes, Gigstill, Van der Sar. I think as a whole, it's probably a better side. But yeah. Yes. See, Stadium 2 or Majora were the ones I was thinking. So I think last I knew, at least on CEX, they're like 50 quid each, or at least Majora was. But I actually got lucky with Stadium 2. I got it for how much? I think about 7-8 quid. My mate was selling a load of 64 games. And yeah, I just got a load off him. I could have got a couple more, but at the time I wasn't collecting. I think it sounded like Quake and Bomberman or something, which is annoying because I need Bomberman. And depending on what Quake it was, I need that as well. Because I've got the second one, I think it is. But not the first one. I think it's that way around. Yes, exactly. Glory, glory, Man United. Always. As for the chance of winning the Prem, I think it's a year too early, but I think we've definitely made significant progress towards it. And I can't wait to see Sancho and Varane hopefully get their start against Southampton this weekend. So, yeah. And then watching it on Match of the Day because I'm stuck with that, to be honest. All the highlights on YouTube. Can I put the ash cap on and sing the Pokemon thing? I can put the cap on, but I'm not singing because my throat hurts enough already. Actually, saying that, I'll show you something. I actually have the ash cap. I have 2 of them. This is my original one from Comic-Con a few years back, which I used to wear when I did an Ash cosplay. This one is a better quality one, and I picked up for £1 down charity shop. So, yeah, I'll put it on for a bit, but I'm not singing the theme. I've already probably distressed people enough with just talking. Now, where are we? Do the beret and the French national anthem. Where is the beret? Oh, there it is. Well, here's the beret. And it's an authentic French one because I bought it in Boulogne when I went over there. There was, I think, red, black, and blue. And I think I wanted the red one because I like red, but my mate decided he was having it, so I was stuck with the black one. But I think that's more traditional anyway. As for the French national anthem, I really like hearing the French national anthem on Worms Armageddon with the French Super Strike, and that's about it. Walter Smith or Roy Hodgson, who's the better manager? Oh, that's a toughie, actually. Thing is, I know more about what Roy has done. I know Walter Smith was like Everton. He was Fergie's assistant. I know he had a lot of success with Rangers. I'm tempted to say Roy Hodgson because he's managed abroad, and he's done a good job with Fulham and with Crystal Palace. I think he had it like tougher. So I'd go Hodgson. But I may be wrong. Where are we? Do I think Ollie's the person to take us back? Yeah, I'm Ollie in. I think like people who are saying he's out aren't giving him a real chance. He's like it's only his third proper window to get players in. Klopp took no idea how long, like 5 years, losing no idea how many finals on a row till he won the Champions League. He's made good signings, got rid of the players and a lot of players who aren't any good. He's changed the culture completely. I think because he's Ollie and he's the old club thing, I think you get like a lot of the clubs and player support behind him. So I'm definitely with you. I think Ollie is the one. When is your nursery rhyme video coming? To be honest, I'm not sure. Okay. I'll tell you what, I'm not going to answer that. I'm going to let Manda answer that because she'll know that. So, Manda, I want you to leave a comment of what my favourite Pokemon evolution is. Where has it gone? Last place I went on holiday. Or best place. Oh, that'll probably be Berlin. I went for, 5 days or something with a few of my mates, like an old school mate and a mate since then. Had a great time over there. Went to the Olympic Stadium, which was only like €5 to go around. And this is where Hertha Berlin play. It's where German national team were playing. I think it's where the 2006 World Cup final was held. And the 1936 Olympics with the whole Jesse Owens thing. And they have the flame bowl there. Inscriptions on the wall with lists of who won what. Thanks very much for that, mate. I appreciate it. Please ignore Al for this one comment. I do agree. Walter Smith's a really good manager. It's just, I think managing Rangers, might have been easier than what Hodgson had with Fulham and Palace. So it's more of that. But I would love to see Walter Smith again in the Premier League. I think he was the Everton manager, wasn't he? I don't think he was that great. They were constantly down the bottom. Let me see. Did I agree with Fergie when he said Schmeichel, Keane, etc. weren't world class? Schmeichel, I'm not so sure. Keane, I can see what he's on about. Like, Keane was a really good leader. He was really good at football. But I don't think, in terms of skill, talent as a footballer, he was exceptional. He was a good person to have because he marshalled people. He knew like when to pass, when to tackle. He was good at it, but not like had that exceptional star quality like you saw like with Ronaldo or say Rooney or whoever. So yeah, but Schmeichel, some of the saves he pulled off were amazing. So I'm more inclined to say that Schmeichel was than Keane. So I can sort of half agree. So you chose a stream to tell me that I need to go shopping for ice cream. Okay, thanks for that. I guess I'll have to get some Saturday then, won't I? Where are we? Okay, I'm lost. Where am I? Oh, there we are. Al, are you going to be able to convince Harry Kane to stay at Spurs? We all want to know. Hi, Heaps. Hope you're well. How are you? Many fans want Ollie out because instant results. I agree. I think that's a stupid way to go about it. It's more competition now. It's a lot harder. And especially with like the clubs bending, not just United, but a lot of them by COVID and that. And we've seen how PSG and Barca, etc., are just buying 3 players. So I completely agree with you. You need time. And I think the progress is clearly there. And then say jumping manager isn't necessarily a good thing. What game am I streaming tomorrow? I don't know. I might not stream tomorrow. It might be next week. I've had another long week at work and I was doing this and the other stream tonight, GTA yesterday, GTA the day before, and on Monday. So, don't know. But if I do stream the game, it'll be Sonic probably. But I'll let you know because I have no idea either. Yep, that's right, Magneton. And I have a little Magneton figure right there, which I think the Retro Hunter gave me. I think one of the first times I ever went there, I think he gave me that. But I've got other stuff. I've got a plushie. I've got a figure my cousin made. So yeah, definitely Magneton's my favourite. Dead Space. I've never played Dead Space, but I'm intrigued by it, so I'll look into that as well. Cheers. So hard to keep up with the comments. Let's see. Yeah, I agree. He did do well in Europe, actually. It is weird seeing like Rangers and Celtic struggle so much in Europe, though, in the Champions League. But I did laugh when Celtic did fail miserably. Was it against Sparta Prague or Slavia Prague or something last season? I agree, though. That was definitely Keane's best game that Juve won. And as we all know, quite influential and important, given we won 3-2. I think he's world class as a leader. Definitely agree. As a player for his ability, I'm not so sure. Okay, then. I'll keep that in mind then. What games do I stream? Well, I started doing it, then I stopped. I've just come back into it. I did Goat Simulator today, and I'm going to download the Space DLC for that for next week. I've mostly done Sonic otherwise. So Sonic 2, I'm going to do Generations, Adventure 2, going to do Adventure, probably Unleashed if I can. For now, it's mostly on my Xbox One because there's Twitch built in, and I don't really have the equipment to stream otherwise. But I do hope to stream on Switch, where I've got so many games. I don't know what I'd stream on there. It'll be random. Maybe a bit of Goat Simulator on there with the rest of the DLC. Stuff like Cooking Simulator, which I'm crazy at and destroy everything. Maybe some Pokemon, some Zelda, Smash Bros. But for now, it's mostly been Sonic, bit of Goat Simulator, bit of Star Trek Online as well. And I'm hoping to do some Star Wars games soon as well on my Xbox. Firstly, the Ghastly Trail. Yeah, the Ghastly line's pretty cool. I quite like Haunter the most out of the three. I think it's the coolest. And I remember when Ash caught a Haunter back in the old days. And now, of course, this might be a slight spoiler to people, but to be fair, it's probably been a year since it came out. He now has a Gengar, of course, in the anime. So there you go. But yeah, they're still cool. Let's see. Any new pickups? Well, if you haven't, you'll just have to see the video I uploaded because they're all in there. Let's see. Thanks a lot, Heaps. Means a lot. I can't believe it's been like nearly 6 weeks since I proposed already. That's like, what? But yeah, thank you. Yeah, that's a fair point. It's like, maybe like not ability wise they're world class, but like I say, in terms of leadership and what they let the other players do. Like a lot of the skills or the special parts in that, the other parts you wouldn't necessarily notice, but with their tackling there are, the positioning, with their leadership. So yeah, I see what you mean. Just maybe world class, but in a different way. How's COVID? Well, the one positive thing to come out of it, well, there's two actually. One is I was staying with Manda for a good few months, which I really enjoyed spending all that time with her. The second is I actually got to work out of the office, which was really nice because I had quite a bit of a way to get there. And I found out earlier today, it looks like potentially I might be working at home longer than I thought I was. Fingers crossed. But otherwise, it was upsetting, like not be able to go out, go game hunting or cherry shop hunting. And I expect Retro Crazy got probably fed up of me being there all the time sometimes. I know you didn't really. I'm joking. But no, I'm glad I got to spend more time with you because of it, sweetie. But I'd say overall, I've learned a lot of stuff as well. Like, I think about mental health. Oh, and I gained a lot of weight as well. So I really need to work on that. But, yeah. There's been good bits, there's been bad bits. Whether that's the case for everyone, or I'm not so sure. But for me personally, it was. Do I think Norwich can be crowned champions of the Premier League? No, I think they're going to finish bottom. I actually, I think that's what I said. I don't know if anyone saw it. I did a video end of last week, actually last Friday, with my predictions. I'm pretty sure I had Norwich bottom. I really don't rate them. I think that's the other thing, actually, yeah. I got to spend all that time with you where I didn't get to come back, but then I didn't get to see you for a few months, which really sucked. But it just meant when I did see you again, it was really, really special. And I would also like to point out that if we hadn't spent all that time living together at yours, I don't think it would have felt right for the engagement thing. I think that made a huge difference, actually, if I'm honest. So that is the best thing that's come out of it, that we're now engaged. Am I a United fan? Do I hate Geordies because Gaz and Shearer left Fergie at the altar? I think given what happened after they didn't sign, in terms of that we won the leagues and they didn't, I'm going to say no. Let me see. Yeah, I did see something about that. Fergie talking about Gaza, saying like, oh, he went to Tottenham because apparently his parents were bought a house or something, and he reckons that if Gaza had gone to United, he would have had half the problems he did. Whether that's true or not, I don't know, but I would have loved to have seen him there. Who's going to finish higher this year, United or Liverpool? I think I put United to finish third, Liverpool to finish fourth. I mean, Van Dijk did okay at the weekend, but it was still Norwich. I think he might take a bit of time to get going, which could be an impact. And I'm still not convinced they've got enough depth up front. It's like if one gets injured, Jota comes in, but then who? So I think there's every chance we'll finish above Liverpool, but I think it'll be like third and fourth. Let's see. I agree. He was the best one of the time. And then I'd say after him, at least English-wise, I'd say Paul Scholes. But yeah. Yeah. We definitely got closer. Well, so close that you're now engaged to me and probably stuck with me for the rest of your life. So I hope you don't regret your opinion. Regret saying yes. To be honest, I don't know why we gave Phil Jones that 5-year contract, but I do feel sorry for Phil Jones because it's not his fault he got injured all the time and that. And I think when he signed, he was actually a really good potential signing. I saw him at Blackburn. He looked really good. It's just unfortunate what happened to him. But I agree, we shouldn't have offered him a new contract and he should have left by now. If nothing else, for the good of his career. Do I think Arsenal will be in a relegation battle this year? I hope so. I've actually got a bet with someone at work saying about who finishes higher between United and Arsenal, and she's already pretty much conceded. So, and I think that was before the Brentford game as well. We normally do it. I think, yeah, no, that's it. I had 2 bets before. I had one over who would finish higher, which I think was us, and then it was about, I think it finished higher in our fantasy league, me and this other guy at work, and I lost that one. So I didn't lose anything. I gained 10, I lost 10. Would I swap the Glazers for Mike Ashley? I would definitely much rather keep the Glazers than Ashley, if I'm honest. I know a lot of people are out, but I do get that, but they did support Fergie, and to be fair, I'd still much rather have them than Mike Ashley, because at least they will buy players. Well, I'm glad to hear that, sweetie, and I don't either. Hi, Russ. Hope you're well. Actually, it's not a C. I know it looks it, but it's actually, well, at least in the English canon, I was trying to think what the word was then. It's actually an L standing for league. I know it looks like a C, though, doesn't it? But if it is a C, I'm going to guess it stands for cheese, possibly cheddar. How do I feel about QPR beating United at friendly? Yeah, I wasn't bothered, to be honest. I mean, I saw our lineup, knew it's nothing like the one we're going to play or played against Leeds. Although I do quite like QPR, so I was encouraged from your part because it's good seeing in the Premier League. Apart from when they cost us against City, why couldn't they have held up for 2 more minutes? That's all they needed, 2 more minutes. Let me see. How do I feel about Bruno getting his hat trick? I think that's a good start to the season. I mean, I know we've only won 5-1 on the first day before once, and that was against Fulham in 06, and we won the league that year, so 15 years ago. But it was good to see Bruno get a hat trick. They're really good goals, and people consider penalties either. But I was at Retro Crazies, and I was just like, what's going on? See, it's like 1-0. It's like, yes. Then obviously they scored just after half time, and I checked like 10 minutes later, and it's 4-1. And I was like, what? Obviously happy he took it. Would I take a prime Chris Boyd in a United shirt? Probably not. I think he's a good player, but I don't know if he's quite that level. I definitely have been better options for that United could have got. But I could see them doing well at his time at the top Premier League club, but maybe not quite that high a level. That's never an L. See, here's the thing. Apparently in the English canon anyway, it's L. But this is the hat worn in the Japanese where L's not a letter. It's always replaced with an R. And that's definitely not an R. So it could be a C. I mean, whether it's C for championship, I don't know. Because I know that in a lot of games, they actually do use the word champion for champion. So it wouldn't be that far-fetched to think that championship is a word. In Japan, it is that. I don't know. But yeah, in English, apparently it is an L, but I reckon it's probably not. Hi, James. Hope you're well. Thanks for coming on. Let's see. Where are we? I think a lot of older people don't, from what I know. Although it is quite scary that it's like 25 years old now. I don't know how many people actually know this, like especially ones who follow Pokemon. I know, Mandy, you'll know this, but every year now they celebrate Pokemon Day, and it's on the 27th of February, which is awesome because it's actually the day before my birthday. So it's like Pokemon Day, loads of exclusive stuff all revealed, and then it's my birthday the day after. So, I mean, it would have been nice if it's out one day later, but that would have been a Sunday, so I can see why it wasn't. But yeah, basically, I share the same birthday with Pokemon, near enough. Except I was 9 when it came out. Who's going to win the Champions League? Now, I think the obvious answer here is PSG, but I don't think they will. I'm looking towards... Oh, that's a toughie. I just don't think PSG are going to do it. They've got all them good players, especially now. But I think it's like with Barca, how they had all them good players, and every now and then it worked, but not always. I reckon Bayern have a good chance. They've bought well, like again Upamecano and that. Yeah, I reckon them. I reckon maybe Bayern. Although I hope it's United. Hernandez didn't get a penalty. I know, shocking. Well, not to us, but to a lot of people. Let's see, where are we? Let's see. No, I don't want to put anyone in timeout. Didn't realise you were on a stream, James. I'll have to look for that. Sounds to me like Russell's got a companion then. How is the FIFA collection coming along? Getting along well, actually. I managed to get a few more games, so I just need to update the checklist a bit. So I've got one for the Vita, got a couple odd ones. I'll show you a couple. Hang on. Where are I'll show you a couple that I got recently from well, no, one of these is from Eddie. So this one I found on eBay. It's a FIFA 2005 for the Engage, but it's an American, and that was like £4 or something. So I have 4 in English, and I have 5, but it's American. And one Eddie donated to me, which I'm really grateful for, is the Mega CD version of the original. So I don't have a way to play it yet, but I've got that now. And I also got the original one for the SNES in Japanese from Busby, that James in Japan. So that's an awesome thing as well. But what I've done is I don't have them all out now on that bookcase I had where I showed it before. I've only got like 2 shelves, and even then that's going to go down to 1. And like basic ones like the Xbox, the 360, the Wii have been merged in with the respective consoles. Because what I've done is I've shared the bookcase now, so that top shelf is all Sonic, second shelf is Zelda, and the third one's got some Pokemon stuff. But then I'll be showing the special, like the foreign ones, the rarer ones on the bottom. But the rest of them will be sitting in the collection. Or I might have a different bookcase I can put them in as a collection. But it's definitely getting there. Pokemon Day in Japan is awesome. I just want to go to Japan, to be honest. And Manda knows that. The only thing is I'm worried what she's going to ask me to bring back. Probably quite a few bits, I suspect. But yeah, be interesting to see Pokemon Day in Japan. I know they have the Pokemon centers over there. A couple of my mates have actually been there, bought me stuff. So I've got Pokemon packs from there. I've got the bags from the Pokemon Center. I've actually got a Pokemon Center exclusive Pikachu plush somewhere. I don't think it's out at the minute. That my mate bought me from Japan. I think it's a policeman or train guard or something like that. But did anyone go to the Pokemon Center in London when it was here about coming up for 2 years ago? That's what I want to know. I heard that it didn't go well for Tottenham tonight. Yeah, they have. It's just amazing who they got on a free this year. But the thing is, because they've got them free, they can attract the bigger players because they can put more money into wages. That's the issue. That's what they're saying about Pogba if he leaves. No transfer fees, they spend more on wages. All right, how are you? Right now it's just random chat, questions, that sort of thing. How many FIFA games has there been? No idea. But given that the first one came out for the 93-94 season, I think it was, and we're up to the FIFA 22 need to come out, we're nearly at 30 years of FIFA. And of course, there's obviously not been one that's gone all the way through, but there's quite a few on a lot. I mean, okay, there's 5 on the Mega Drive. There's 8, I think, on the Wii. No idea how many on the PS2. I think they went from FIFA 2001, I think. Yeah, 2001 up to 14 or something. So that's like 14 there, 13, 14 there, just on the PS2 alone. So I think it's over 100, but I can't remember the exact figure. I did have it all written down. I'm going to have to update it again. As to why I collected FIFA, it's as a series, it's my favourite football game, and it's like football's something I've loved for a long time. That's why a lot of time I'm wearing one of these in my videos, and they fit me, which is also a big helpful thing. And it's different. I never really heard of anyone collecting it. As far as I can tell, though, I've got a bit of reputation now, not just like on here, but on Twitter. If there's FIFA things, I've seen random people just tag me saying, "Oh, I know this person likes FIFA," so definitely got a reputation now. But I would like to say thanks to everyone who's helped contribute towards it. It means a lot. Did I say FIFA started in 91? Because I think the first one came out in 93, I think, which was like the international soccer one, which is also fun. I don't know if you know this or who knows this. They have, you can run away from the ref if he's going to book you for your card, and he'll just chase you around the pitch. Seems really hard to do that. Me and my mates spent 20 minutes trying to get books just to do that. It was worth it though. There's a video on YouTube somewhere, and it's got the Benny Hill music playing in the background. Hey Rob, thanks for coming along. And why does one of my Pokemon look like it's having a hard time going to jump? Hang on, I can't see which one it is. I've got a notification in the way. Which one are you talking about? Do you mean? I don't quite know. If you mean the one where the head's just hanging over, that's because he's being sneaky, like spying. Oh, did I ever play this football? I never played any of them. I think I used to have them, because I know at least one or two of them had Rio, I think, on the front, if I remember rightly. But Peter Drury. Yeah, he wasn't a bad commentator. Much preferred to Peter Brackley, if I'm honest. Did I go to the Pokemon Centre in London? And you went to London one? That answer your question? Yeah, I went. Made a point of it. The thing is, I don't know how bad it was when you went, but did you see how long the queues were? They were ridiculous. My mate went a couple of days before I did, and he told me he was in the queue for like 2 hours. Thankfully, though, I got lucky because my brother is like actually disabled, so we got to go in the disabled queue, and we were in there within like half an hour, which is good because I bought this and a few other bits. Like I think I bought a Venomoth plush, bought some cards, I bought mug. Don't know what you can see it. And then about I think 40 minutes later, apparently the Pikachu was sold out. So glad I've got that. Do I think Rochdale will win League 2? I'll say they've got a decent chance because I think that league could be won by anyone, if I'm honest. And Accrington win League 1, that'd be so funny. It'd be so funny to see them in the Championship as well, especially given their history. Yep, and the Euros and the World Cups. I am collecting them, but I'm focusing more on the normal ones for now, at least. Although I think I've got most of the tournament ones, to be honest. Like Euro 04, 08, 10, 14. I've got most of them now as well, I think. And I've got a fair few FIFA Street. Well, I said I've only got 2 shelves at the minute, but I don't know if you've seen this old photo I shared before, but it shows what was my collection at the time. I've added a bit since then, but not loads. But yeah. Yeah. As I mentioned that earlier, like the 97 indoor football was so funny. And also I love the fact that after you scored, you press the A, B, or C and do random celebrations as well, like the noises. Do I think Joe Hart will be keeping Rangers strikers quiet this season? Knowing Joe Hart, probably not. If I could name a Pokemon, what would I call it? I'm inclined to go Bob. Because why not? I think it'd be funny. And also, hi Ed. Hey Eddie. 6 hours? Bloody hell. What time did you get there? But I'll cry for 6 hours. I could believe that being in that queue. Well, from what I saw, because like you had the building, and then you had the queue going around this glass bit, empty bit, and all that, and it was ridiculously long. It really was. And it's like, I'm glad we managed to get in the disabled queue because, well, for one thing, I don't think my knees would have taken it. But I know a lot of people, I think, had their DSs and that with them. And I think some people had a Switch as well. But, yeah. It was worth it, though. It was a good day, actually. So, what did I buy? I bought some cards. I bought some stickers. Bought the mug. Bought the Pikachu. Bought a Venomoth. And I might have bought a Magnemite plush, I think. I know Amanda wanted the Waylord, but I couldn't get it by that point, unfortunately. But from what I did see, it was huge. All right, and thanks, Paul, for coming along. Much appreciated. Sweet dreams. Yeah. I don't know if it was all of them on the Mega Drive, but definitely 97 had it. It was like it was good. Like, there's no touchlines, so there's no throw-ins. It just bounces straight back in. It's actually really fun to play the indoor football. I'd love to see indoor football on the newer FIFAs. I'd love to see bubble football on the newer FIFAs. That would be hilarious. You want to switch things up? That's how you do it. But then you also had random teams in there. I think Hong Kong were on there, if I remember rightly. But yeah, if you ever get a chance, check it out, heaps. Like, one they said like 97 or so. The indoor football is so fun. What would Bob's powers be? You could go to the shop for me. That'd be useful. But no, because it's me, I'd have to make him steel type because that's my favourite. Maybe psychic because then you can use teleport, save me on bus fares. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. He'll use steel moves and psychic moves, and that's it. Be able to get shopping for me. No, but it wouldn't surprise me with Joe Hart. Right. Thanks, heaps. Thanks for joining. Have a good sleep. Yeah, I know I bought you stuff, but I can't remember what. I can't remember what I bought myself fully. That would explain it. I remember I had to follow the Twitter account to see how the queues were doing, how the stock was doing, and everything. I was like checking at lunch at work and everything. But yeah, we went on midweek. I don't think it was. We went midweek. It was either the last week or the week before it was open. No, it must have been the last but 1 week we went. But like, I took a day off work and went, and it was totally worth it. The thing is, I think the day it opened, if it's the day I think it was, I couldn't have gone anyway because it's my mum's birthday. But deliberately went when we did, hoping it'd be quiet by a week, with a couple of points midweek. And I got to go instead of going to work. So technically got paid to go. But yeah, I did hear it was very busy on the first day. Well, yeah, that'd be useful as well. Yes. Yes, I did. Thank you. I think I messaged you on Twitter. I don't know if you ever saw it, but yeah, I did get it. Thank you. I'll tell you what. This is the one he's mentioning. FIFA for the SNES. Super Famicom. Yeah, much appreciate that. Thank you. Do I think Bubble Bobble was overrated? I've never really played it, but I've seen the characters, but it's been more playing Buster Move. But that's because I love Buster Move. My favourite one would be number 2 on 64. That's the first one I played. So, yeah, I'll play it there rather than on Bubble Bobble. So I must have got both of them then. I think that's the thing, because you're restricted on how many items you could buy as well. What transfer would I make for United? I know we want him to feel that. I'm tempted to go Ruben Neves as well. I think he's available, be cheap, and I think he'll do a really good job. And you never know, that Portuguese connection with Bruno might come in useful as well. What would the evolution be? Oh, probably Steve. Don't know why, but it would be. Let's see. Yeah, I said Bob the Pokemon. If he had to name. If Pogba wanted to go, would I let him leave? I'm not sure if he does want to go or not. I think if he made it clear he wanted to leave, then it's probably worth getting the money and getting someone in. But yeah, I think he'd have to make it obvious he wanted to leave now. But I reckon he wouldn't. I reckon he'd wait. Have I played Buster Groove? No, but I'm sure I've heard of it from somewhere. But I don't know where. There you go, Russ. Did you like the Fall Guys stream? I think, wasn't that supposed to come in Switch, or has it already? Because if it does still, or it's out there, I'm tempted to try it, if I'm honest. But I know it's only going to be Switch and PS4, is it? PC. I don't think it's on Xbox, is it? Let's see. What, this hat? Nah. Let's see. I haven't watched one of his videos in a long time. I think, if I remember rightly, me and Amanda used to watch like room tours generally, which is something I'm working towards, by the way, a room tour. And I think his was one of the first ones, and a lot of I was getting more and more into the games and collecting them actually came from there. So I'm grateful for that. And I think I actually got a lot of information from him and other people when I've done my master's dissertation. And I think I even got a personal thank you off him. But this was before, well, no, it was right as I started my YouTube channel, because I started it, I think, a month before my dissertation was due in most, and I finished the course. But, yeah. But as for whether he's actually recommended any in the hidden gems, I have no idea. I've never really watched them. But I'd say probably just for the sheer volume he's shown. Let's see. Yeah. It'd probably be easier if you check one of my other videos, and in the description there should be links to my Discord and my Twitch and my website and all that. It's probably easier to find it there. Indeed, it is Ash's hat, as is this one. And also, I think possibly this one and XY. Yeah, I've got a few Ash hats. Actually, I've got another hat somewhere. Let me see if I can find it quickly. Where are you? Oh, there it is. I found this hat a few years ago at a charity shop down, I think it was in Bath. It's Sonic with a bottle of Coca-Cola. I think I saw somewhere it's from the Olympics or something, but I can't remember where I saw that. But yeah, so Sonic with Coca-Cola. Where are we? What hat is hanging up behind me? The grey one. This was actually not a gaming hat. It's actually a McLaren hat. McLaren's been my Formula One team for like 22, 23 years, since roughly the time of Coulthard and Hakkinen. I remember Hakkinen winning in '98, so it'd be about then I started winning it, supporting it. But at that point I was still only about 10. It's for the MP425, so I think this will be the 2010 season, I think. So I'm sure the 23 was the car Lewis won in 2008. But yeah, McLaren Mercedes is my team. Or just McLaren now, but you get the idea. To be fair, that's the sort of thing I've come up with. Yeah, I actually really like that hat. I just randomly found it in the charity shop. I was like, well, even then, I said it's like 8-9 years ago. Sonic was still one of my favourite things at the time. Like, I still played games then. I mean, I've been playing them for a long time, but collecting's only been the last 5, maybe 6 years. But if there's still odd little bits, I still like to collect them even before that, such as that hat. My trucker hat. Oh, yes, that was a while ago. That was funny, though. Yes. 10 for us. Have I got a cowboy hat? No, unfortunately. I think my mate does, though. I'm sure I wore it at Comic-Con. I think he also had a top hat because he cosplayed or dressed up for Comic Con as the Fat Controller, and he did a very good Fat Controller, I must say. Everyone needs a cowboy hat. Do I think Al plays more horse games than other games? Yes, 100% definitely. In fact, I think they're his favourite, to be honest. I think he just hasn't publicly confessed it yet. I think he really does love the horse games. I would say he's probably the person definitely to go to. If you want recommendations on horse games, Al's your man. I bet would be pretty cool. The thing is, for some reason, this probably shows, I don't know, my pop culture thing or how weird I am. But when I hear Stetson, like the word, I picture Matt Smith as a doctor wearing it more than anything else, which is really weird, I think. Where's the beret? Right here. Tell you what, I'm going to swap, because to be fair, that hat is making my head really warm now. There. We've gone French now. Oh, yeah. I know you love that one. That was funny. Talking of which, Manda. Where is it? Do you have that one, Manda? Because if not, I'll give you it. I'm not keen on him. I've watched his stuff a few times, but more for, like, say, the interviews with Romano, like, to see what's what. But him himself, no, I agree. I can't stand the way he does all the voice and the negativity. He's not for me. I said it's more for, like, the transfer updates, like, coming from Fabrizio Romano. That's the only things I watch him for. A three-cornered hat. Now, where did I hear someone talking about that not too long ago? I don't remember. Someone mentioned that to me not too long ago. Yeah. If you need recommendations, man, I'm sure I can sort something out for you. There you go. Straight away, Barbie's Horse Adventure. I saw that in your Wii collection earlier. I think you have to pick a funnel one, because I think I bought it originally for my collection. We were looking for something random to play. Played that. You liked it, so then I bought you a copy. I think. Okay, Amanda, do you want My Horse and Me? If you do, I'll bring it at the weekend for you. Bear now has the rarest horse game. I know there's that My Horse and 2. What is it? My Horse and Me 2 on Xbox. It's worth a bit, isn't it? Yeah, I bought you another one not too long ago. So I think I saw it. I couldn't remember if that's the right one. So yeah, you got 2 copies now thinking about it. Definitely Xbox out of the 2. I've had an Xbox really since I got the original one, which was Christmas 2003, I think. And it's still the same console, still works. The controllers weren't great, they didn't last, but the console itself did. Whereas my 360, the controllers lasted, but I'm on my 3rd or 4th console, I think, now. And I've got an Xbox One. I much prefer the controllers. I can't use PlayStation controllers at all. The first ones aren't so bad. Once they bought the sticks in, I just really don't like them. So yeah, but definitely Xbox. All right, then. I don't think I've got other horse games, but I'll have a look for you. Yeah, that's one I saw Al shared earlier. What's the best horse game ever made? Not Zelda. Well, that's made it a lot harder. There's horses in Skyrim, isn't there? Because I'm sure I killed my horse by accident. I think I set on fire. Yeah, I'll go Skyrim. Why not? Yeah, thankfully my controllers seem to be a bit better now. But yeah, definitely Xbox. Only the rarest on the Wii. There is still rarer. So there you go. Horse games are rare, and some of them are actually worth a fair bit. Which is quite random, if I'm honest. But I would definitely still, for horse game, go Zelda, personally. Best horse game? I know that one. That would be... 100%. Even online, I pick them up, and my character's a girl. And apparently, she still performs fellatio on him. We'll keep it like that, so at least keep some level of cleanliness on here. So I don't know how that works, but yeah, best horse game. Definitely GTA 5. Red Dead. I've never actually played any of the Red Dead games, to be honest. I've been tempted, but I never have. Have I been convicted of arson? No. I tend to keep my burning stuff to the games, thankfully. Yeah. But I do tend to do it in games a lot. Set stuff on fire because I can. Well, you can name your horse on Breath of the Wild. So yeah, I've got one called Zelda. So Zelda is a horse. Because why not? It's not just setting stuff on fire. Like that box in the cooking simulator. What is it? I like using the Molotovs on GTA 5 and setting people on fire. I was actually setting people on fire and myself on fire, but I was playing Goat Simulator earlier, actually. What else? Well, I played the Robot Wars games on the Xbox and PS2. I was like driving over the flame pits or pushing them into the flame pits so they set alight. So yeah, I think when it comes to games, I do have an arson problem. Thankfully, I've managed to keep it to the games. Now you just wonder whether I had it or not. Dog's Life. I've never heard of it, but I think it's an animal one. I imagine it'd be more for Amanda. And at least you can play it now. Maybe. Dog Island. That's on the Wii, is it? Because did I have that? I don't know if I had that or not. Okay. Well, I think that'd probably be more for Amanda than me. Do I like FPS games? Ones like Apex and that, I never really got into. But some of them, like Halo, especially GoldenEye, I love them. GoldenEye is one of my favourite games of all. Which I know is probably cliche if I'm totally honest, but I just love playing it so much. Well, I love running people over with a tank in it. And then to be fair, I even use it for stress relief. If I'm stressed or angry, I just go on there and run people over and it takes it out. I really have issues. There we go. Eddie's been uncovered. He holds Dog's Life and Dog's Raider. Dog's Island. To be fair, sometimes I found without, you just need to say a game. He doesn't know. He's like, I need to buy this. It clearly works because I did it with Waifu Uncovered. And I know you said you need that Thomas game after I shared mine. Yeah. Funny. Let's see. Quick drink stop. Oh, given we're saying about hats, I've got one more I'll share. I think I grabbed this from Game for like £3, I think it was. So, I know it's Space Invaders, but for some reason, that monster always makes me think of like the Space Raiders crisps for some reason, or Transformer snacks, like something you'd find there. hit the ball. Unless he brings them out on YouTube every now and then. Was it just on the PS2? Because if so, that would probably be why I never played it. I share a PS2. I have some PS2 games, but with the PS2, I only really went for like games that I'm like actively collecting, so FIFA or Sonic, or ones I was interested in, like some of the ones Retro Bears suggested to me before, like the battle construction vehicles, or Buzz I've played a fair few of. But even then, that's been more recently. I was more GameCube. Also, yes, Space Raiders. Talking of which, don't know if you know this, Eddie, but in Iceland, they actually sell them as a proper frozen potato snack now. They sell, I think it's the beef ones and the pickled onion ones. Which is a point, Mando. We need Space Raiders snacks for dinner. I need to get them. But yeah, instead of chips or hash browns or waffles, whatever, you could have Space Raiders now for dinner. They're not just a crisp. Bit random, I know, but I was saying earlier that I might have to pop to the shop by me for a beer tomorrow. I think I might need to get a packet of Space Raiders now, actually. The thing is, I don't know which ones. I kind of like them all. I have to think about that. Or does anyone have any suggestions which ones I should go for? Because I said I like them all. I know before I had boxes of Space Raiders because I bought them from Macro when I went with my friend. Also bought boxes of did anyone remember them cup drinks? Like I think they're called Big Time or the Calypso ones or whatever. Like where you had the plastic, you just stuck the little red straw in. Yeah, they're really nice. I'll keep an eye out for it. If I don't like it, I'm sure my fiance would. Bit late for that. I've been doing the cooking for Buzzfront since we got together. The thing is, people won't actually believe this probably. And I reckon Mandel will support me here. I hope so anyway. I don't think I'm that bad a cook, thankfully. I'm really fussy when it comes to eating, which has probably screwed me over in terms of making a career out of it. But when it comes to actual cooking, I don't actually think I'm too bad. I know a lot. I've had quite a bit of practice, etc., etc. Yes, I have. And to be honest, I never got on with it. I've never got on with Crash Bandicoot, and I just don't see the appeal now, if I'm honest. Crash, no. Even Spyro, no. I sort of alluded to it in the TMB podcast at the weekend, but when it comes to platforms, even 3D ones, I'd still much rather play Sonic or Mario. So, yeah. But again, when I was offered the chance to get a PlayStation as a kid, this would have been for what? Christmas 97, so when I was 10, I deliberately went for a Nintendo 64. So I kind of grew up with Mario 64 instead. And to be honest, I don't regret it one bit. I'm actually going for the full European 64 set, which are on these two shelves here. And this shelf is my Japanese ones. Thank you. You're not rubbish, and you're definitely getting better. I've seen progress. I've mentioned it to you. I'm definitely noticing it. But soon you'll be able to cook that dinner for me, like you promised. I'm going to go for... Oh, don't know. I'll have to let you know. Vintage Gamer. I've heard so many things about Vintage Gamer now. I just hope I can get up there one day. Because obviously I know roughly where it is. But it's not just like get up there. It's like different games to like what's in the Retro Hunter and all that like around here. But it'll be good to see how different retro shops compare. Because I've only really ever been in Retro Hunter. Or no, I went in one up Norwich, which was fairly decent actually, I think, from what I remember. But it was like once, that was like 4 or 5 years ago. I think they had... I think I got a fair bit of anime and manga from there as well, actually. Thinking about it. But yeah, I'd love to try some different other retro shops like around the country, see what they've got, see how they differ. even look at price differences, just like that sort of thing. It'd just be interesting to see what there is and what, yeah, like if they stock different stuff as opposed to other ones, for example. It'd be interesting to see it. That's right. She's already given me her order for the weekend, which is apparently fish and chips from the Chippies, so don't have to worry about that. I can't remember if I played Crash Bash. I don't think I have. I've seen people play it, but I don't know if I've actually played it, because my cousins were all PlayStation, and they had Crash, and it was playing that put me off a lot of it as well. Like, partly I didn't get on with it. But I don't know if I ever tried Crash Bash or not. But I know from what I've seen, I'd much rather play Marathon. When you're going back to Sore Thumbs, whoever it's for. But I tell you what, Lee has all the Postman Pat games you could think of. Okay, how about these? You say about Postman Pat? Postman Pat 1, Postman Pat 2, and Postman Pat 3. I think, yeah, all for the Commodore 64. Another console I don't have. But yeah, there you go. Postman Pat games. I've only got like 5 Commodore games, and 3 of them are Postman Pat. The other 2 are Sooty and Sweep and, of course, Thomas the Tank Engine, which is the first one I got. And I think I saw there's another one, like an educational one or something. So if that's true, I might have to look for that. And I was watching a YouTube video the other day. Can't think who it's by. It was saying about, I think, Commodore games. And it said there was a Play Days one. Whoever remembers that. Yeah, I obviously remember Play Days. I'm sure you will, man. I don't know if anyone else does. But I saw there's the Commodore game for that. And I was like, wow. You wouldn't get that sort of thing now, would you? I mean, was there a Tweenies game for something, I think, or something? But it just seems, from what I can tell, back then there's a lot more games based on like British kids TV. Which is weird. I thought it'd be more popular now, thinking about it. You love how I am close to hand. To be honest, do you want to know why they're close to hand? Because I'm sat here and they're in there. That's why. Yes, that's the one. I just casually saw it the other day, like, but I couldn't remember where I'd seen it. But yeah, there you go with the Y-bird. I bet how worth the Postman Pat games in his basket. Probably. Thing is, when I was a kid, I did watch Postman Pat, but it wasn't my main one. That was Thomas. Thomas was my main one all day long. I remember my very first teddy bear is called Thomas after it as well. And the thing is, I think, I don't know, it's just, I feel like a connection with Thomas because in terms of the TV series, I'm about near enough the same age. It's like 84 and 86 when the first ones came out, the good ones. So it's like, I think pretty much the first show I watched, or at least the first one I remember anyway. But yeah, good old ones with Ringo Starr. But yeah. Mr. Wobble. I think Mr. Wobble's in that game I mentioned, man, if I remember rightly. I never liked that though. I liked let me think. What do I like? The roundabout one. I can still picture that song at the time. What else was there? I know there's the cat. Poppy, was it? I suppose though, Play School was the forerunner to Play Days, weren't it? So that's probably why. Play Days was a thing when I was a kid, but yeah, I think I have seen Play School, and for me, I prefer Play Days. But then again, I said how much of that is either nostalgia or what I remember. So, are you telling me, Alvin, there's actually a series I have more games of than you? Because that would be quite shocking, if I'm honest. And what have you got anyway? To be honest, I'm like half working towards a Thomas the Tank Engine subset. I've got that one. I've got the Mega Drive one, or Genesis, if I want to be technically correct. I think I've got the Wii and the DS, but I know there's other ones. I know there's I think I've seen people mention like Thomas Pinball on the Amiga. I think I saw that. Lizzie, it does sort of sound familiar, actually. Something about Lizzie, but I can't remember what exactly. I know Dave Benson Phillips was on it, as he mentioned in the video. I nearly got to meet him. I wish I had. That would have been awesome, because I used to love him on Get Your Own Back. As far as I remember, he was at Comic-Con 3-4 years ago. So wish I got to meet him. That would have been awesome. Talking of which, people were saying about this earlier, the Ash hat. I actually met the person who voiced Ash when he wore this hat. Got pictures with her. I've actually technically got a business card as well. She gave it away to everyone who met her at Comic-Con. Let's see. That white bird, to be fair, still kind of freaks me out. See, I think Teletubbies was a little bit later for me, if I remember. I think I like Poe purely because she's red, and I just like red ones. Oh god, yeah. Now you mentioned it, it did, didn't it? To be honest, though, it wouldn't bother me if it is. I think I've actually played it, not the pinball one, the basic one. Because I'm sure my friend had it. I literally saw footage of it the other day because I saw it mentioned somewhere, and it looks like what I remember my friend having. But then again, I get all these crazy, weird ideas. So there you go. From what I heard, a couple of people I know did that meet him at Comic-Con. He was actually pretty funny, though. He was actually a genuine guy because he was doing a YouTube series, I think, or something at the time. That's why he was there. But yeah, would have been awesome to meet him. I'm sure watching Teletubbies drunk sounds fun. That could be an interesting thing to do. But I never really watched it, thankfully. If I have seen it lately, it's because my niece, I think, went through a phase of it like a year or two ago. So I ended up catching it with her sometimes. But no, never my thing. That, Tweenies, none of them. Anyway, I think most people will agree that kids' TV nowadays, especially, is rubbish compared to what we had. But then again, I think older people, like, I'm talking like my mum and that, etc., who's like 30 odd years older than me, like, preferred what they had as kids to what even we had. Did I watch Pingu? I did. It wasn't one of my main ones, but I did watch it. But I remember, I think my cousin really liked it. And I'm pretty sure when I was in primary school, junior school or something, actually it might have been a bit earlier than that, like me, my brother, my sister, I think all had lunch boxes, like the same lunchbox, but it was a different colour with a different sticker on the front, but the design of it was the same, like all part of the same range. And I think mine was yellow and was the original Power Rangers. I think my sister's was pink and something like Barbie or something. But my brother's was a blue Pingu one. I will always remember his Pingu lunchbox. But to be fair, Pingu is still awesome. There's no denying that, is there? Would I rather be drunk or stoned? Well, I'd have to go drunk because that's already happened. And also, it actually means I actually get a decent sleep because when I get drunk, I just talk even more, even faster, and I fall asleep really easily. So, definitely drunk. 100% drunk. In fact, I think putting me on a podcast drunk would be very interesting. Does anyone? That's the question. I should do a Pingu impression. Nerp, nerp. There you go. To be fair, who doesn't like the Nunu? Oh. Now we've got the big questions coming. Who would win in the fight between Sooty and Sweep? So it depends how you look at it, in my opinion. You can look at it like what you feel or logically. Because logically, Sooty should win because he can use magic. Like that should be like an overall riding advantage, surely. Just what is it? Izzy Wizzy, let's get busy. And you can just magic Sweep out of existence. If it's a fist fight, I think Sweep would win. If it's a general fight, I think Sooty would win with magic. But I do agree, Sweep is awesome. Scampy. Yes, he was quite funny. Does anyone remember? What was it? There was a controversial episode of it. I think it's like when it's in the 90s still. And it had, I think one of their friends, like the guy's friend, was pregnant or something and talking about babies. So Sue decided she wanted a baby. And she put whatever up her top, then she was pregnant and that. And she said something like, saying, like, "Oh, I've got the whole team of Manchester up there." Because this was like kid show. Seems to be thinking, although it was 90, I think kids were maybe a bit more innocent then, but I don't know. But yeah, if you haven't seen it, just look up Sue pregnant on YouTube and see the clip, and you'll see what I mean. Maybe she was, and Matthew wouldn't surprise me. Okay, one question first of all. When is it? I actually don't know. The good thing is, if ever I did go to Blackpool, my dad's moving up near there, so that's something. Let me see. Oh, Bloomfield Road. Yeah. I used to think it was awesome. What was it, 10 years ago when Blackpool were in the Premier League? It's a shame to see them go down there, actually. They were quite fun to watch. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Sooty's wand and Sweep's bone. Oh, dear. You dirty boy. If that's the case, probably not, because I'm going to Comic-Con the day before on the 22nd. Which is in London, admittedly, but it'll be my first one in like 2.5 years, so I'm kind of making a big thing out of it. So probably not. I wouldn't 100% rule it out, but I'd say it's very unlikely. Exactly, like I said, bit of Matthew. Oh yeah, Arthur. I remember watching that as well on BBC One. What else I used to watch? I think it was Mona the Vampire I used to watch. Yeah, that's the other one I used to watch. Okay. All right, sweetie. Thanks for coming on. Have a good sleep. I'll text you, but I just don't know when it'll be. So if you don't see it till the morning, fair enough. But bye, sweetie. Why do I think the 90s to early 2000s was the greatest era of game development? I think that's a really tough question as to what period it is, but I'd have to say that's up there. I know a lot of my favourite games like were made in the 90s, early 2000s. I'm talking like, well, a lot of the ones I listed on Desert Island Games. Not all of them, because I said Breath of the Wild and GTA 5 on mine, but the other ones were GoldenEye, ISS 64, Sonic 2, Pokemon Ruby, all within like that period. And even then, I nearly put Ocarina of Time instead of Breath of the Wild, which was. So I think what helped it was like how the console manufacturer scene changed a lot at that time. Like mid-90s, you have Sony come in. Like early 2000s, Sega leave, Microsoft come in. And I think that switched it up a bit. So there's always fresh ideas and fresh brands coming in. And probably also from trying to outdo each other. And also, I think the fact that it was roughly, I'd say at that point, it changed from 2D to 3D. Game storage generally got bigger with people using discs. So they were able to do a lot more. And then, of course, you had like the innovations such as you had the Rumble Pack come in, for example. Or you even had the SNES with the shoulder buttons. So I think there's so many innovations then that changed the scene so much. And with the changing like who was available at the time, I think that just led to like development of great games. But now I think you don't really get as many innovations. You don't get as many like companies coming in. Obviously you do, but there are great indie games there, for example. But I think it was like the biggest battle was then, and it led to some brilliant games. It's like they say, you have a proper war, technology develops much more fastly or much quicker. So yeah, but I'd say that's why. More innovations, more competition, great games. All right then, mate. Thanks for popping by, and I'll talk to you later. Well, I'm glad it didn't, because he was awesome, I thought, as a kid. Time for a drink. So, what games have people been thinking of playing lately, like, or say, like buying? What games have people got, say, pre-ordered, for example? I've got, let me think. Well, I've actually pre-ordered 2 games to come out next month, and I didn't realise how well I'd actually timed it. I've got Sonic Colors, and I've got Game Builder Garage when it gets the physical release. But what I didn't realise was that I've got the day Sonic comes out off work, and the day after, and the week after Game Builder comes out. So without even meaning to, I've actually timed it really, really well. So I'm really happy with that. Would Nile Ranger have been as good as Vinetti or Ronaldo if he didn't get in trouble? I don't think he'd have been that good. I think he'd have ended up at like one of the top Premier League teams, because I think he did definitely have the talent. Same as Ravel Morrison. He could have easily have been a big Man United star, but he kind of blew it with his behaviour. And then obviously Nile Ranger ended up letting go by Southend, which, to be honest, is quite shameful, if I'm honest. But I said I don't think it'd been Messi Ronaldo level, but I definitely think it could have been a regular, probably a starter at a top team if he'd had to get going. Depends what systems you got, really, to be honest. A generic one I can think of would be Sonic Colors Ultimate, because I know I've played a bit of Sonic Colors and it was really good, but this new one looks really good as well. And I think that's coming out generally. Xbox. Yeah, Sonic Colors Ultimate, I'm sure is out on it. Otherwise, yeah, I think for Xbox, to be honest, that's like the only one I can really think of, because most of the other games I'm going to pre-order. I pre-ordered for the Switch, and I'm talking like the 3 Pokemon games, What else? Mario Party. Although I don't know if Monkey Ball's out on Xbox. I think that might be as well, actually. Because if that is, I'd recommend Monkey Ball because it's don't you know, it's a remaster, remake, or whatever of the original 3 Monkey Ball games, which were amazing to play. So I'd recommend that as well. All right, mate. Thanks for coming on. Been a good time, and I'll talk to you later. I think what I'll do is I'll go to 2 hours and then I'll call it quits because I've still got stuff sorted out before I go to bed. Let's see. Let's try and think what other games I could be coming out of pre-order. Does anyone have any suggestions? Whether it's for the Xbox or other stuff? Because I'm, to be honest, always looking for games to pre-order as well. I know there's all the rumours going around of the remasters apparently of GTA 3 Vice City and San Andreas. So I know I'm going to get that if it does come out. Everything's suggesting it is, so it'd be awesome if it does. Just trying to think what else there is. Yeah, I can't really think of anything else. Have I tried Terraria? No. I know my cousin's played it quite a bit. He's mentioned it to me, so I should probably look at it at some point. But no, I haven't. Last of Us, that's just PlayStation, isn't it? So yeah, I wouldn't even be able to play that even if I wanted to. So I don't even think I've got a PS3, let alone a 4 or 5. But from what I've seen of it and read of it, I don't know if it'd be a game I'd want to try, even if I did have the console. I suspect I probably would give it a go, but I'm not sure if I'm honest. And I mean, part of me is debating getting a PS4. Partly there will be games on there that I can't play on the Xbox and that. But also, like, for the whole streaming thing, so they can stream on YouTube on there, which I can't do on the Xbox, which sucks if I'm honest. Oh, okay. I'll have to have a look at it then. The one thing I do like about Minecraft is it does the Sonic content. So, yeah, that's good. I only have a handful. To be honest, same here, and they're all FIFA. So that says a lot. But I wouldn't mind trying some of them. The Spider-Man one intrigues me. I'm not really into superhero things, but I don't mind Spider-Man so much, and that game does look good, so I'd like to try that. And I said I've been tempted to try stuff like The Last of Us. So if I got one cheap enough, or could get one cheap enough, then I'd probably buy it. But I wouldn't go out of my way to buy a PS4, I think. That's the thing. But even then, as I said earlier, I much prefer the Xbox controller. I don't know why. I think the general shape of it, I think the position of the sticks especially. I don't like how they're both down here. It just feels weird to me. Oh, the best CX store I've ever been to. Good question. From what I remember, I think the Walthamstow one wasn't too bad. That's pretty good. Had a few good bits in there. I quite liked the Basildon one until they moved. They moved, I don't know when it was. It can't have been too long ago. But half the sort of stuff they seemed to have, they didn't have anymore. Same with the Southend one. That wasn't too bad, but then they moved to a smaller place and it's like not the same. Just trying to think where else I've been. Grays, Lakeside, Norwich, I'm tempted to go with Walthamstow or Basildon. The worst one, I would say, was the one at Comic Con, which was terrible. because they had a mobile one at Comic Con. It weren't great, and it's been there a few times. One I also did like, it wasn't the best one, but one I did like was the original one. So I went to the original one down Tottenham Court Road, and there's another one down that way. I can't remember what the plate road's called, but it's off Tottenham Court Road. And they're like some of the oldest ones. They're pretty cool. Like they're smaller, but the design of them look good. But they also seem to have quite a few cool games. But I also bought some anime from them. But yeah, but the best one, yeah, Walthamstow or Basildon. I'd say that's probably a bit more than I've got. The thing is, I've got a few PS3 games, but they're all FIFA. Apart from, I've got a copy of Oblivion, I think it is. I think that's like the only non-FIFA game I've got for the PS3. As for the PS2, I reckon I've got 50, maybe 60. I mean, the other one I've got a few games of is the PSP. And yeah, I've got a good few of the FIFAs for it. But also, I've got what have we got? Okay. I've got a lot of the football managers for it as well. I've got I think the first one that came out is 2013. So football management games make a fair bit of my PSP collection. I said it's nice being able to have them to play on the go, which is part of the reason why I'm glad that Football Manager brought out a version for the Switch. Which is the point. I recently downloaded the 21 one, so I need to try that. Actually, that's a game I've streamed before on the Xbox, actually, thinking about it. Football Manager. So I have to get back to that. I think I might be Aston Villa on it. Any pub we should avoid if we can go Southend? Good question. I'd generally say the ones down the seafront. There's one down there which is quite good. They have, I don't know if they still do. I assume they do. Used to have performances called Chinnery's. That was a good one. Otherwise, they weren't great down the seafront, I don't think. Okay, the Wetherspoons ain't too bad. Slug and Lettuce ain't too bad. Yeah, from personal experience, I'd say the ones down the seafront, apart from Chinnery's. I think they're the main ones to avoid. Assuming you're basically actually like on the main Southend bit. Yeah, I'd say that. Other good ones. I'm just trying to think what other ones there are in town. There's it's a newer one, but it's quite rustic, called Ye Old Trout Tavern. That's quite a good one, by the way. It's just off the high street. Actually, it's not too far from there. Yeah, it's about 50 miles east of there. So it's on the coast. It's like cornered between the River Thames and the North Sea. So yeah, but yeah, there's a straight train between here and London, so you're not that far out. Only 40 to 50 miles. Southend. I remember I'm sure there was a TV program, I think on BBC 3 or BBC 4 or something, Channel 5, one of them, a few years back. It was called Southenders, and it was like a documentary rather than a drama, but it was clearly like inspired by EastEnders. And it's like, what? So random. It really was. I don't think Southend's really a bad place to live. I'm sure there's worse out there. And I think where my girlfriend lives it's actually been rated like top or second best place to live in the UK. So that's not bad. What was I going to say? One random fact about Southend also is we get so little volume of rain. We're technically, scientifically classed as a desert. So there you go. When did I start supporting United? I don't know exactly when it was. The first things I fully remember were during the 98-99 season. Not like the final. I'm talking like, say, earlier in the season. But the thing is, thinking about it, no, it'd be before that. Because I remember 97, 98, I was in, like, before secondary school, I remember supporting United then. Everyone else then weirdly tend to be Arsenal or Chelsea or Liverpool. Because I think United were the team winning most things then. So definitely about there. So it's at least about 25 years ago. But I did find a scarf not too long ago from the 93-94 League Championship. I saying we'd won it with my name. So potentially when I was about 6 as well. Oh dear. I want to get one of them one day because I had one as a kid. I had like an Amiga 500. So that's why I'm probably going to get that mini one when it comes out. I mean, I've even bought a couple of Amiga games for when I can get an Amiga 500. I've got a couple of random ones, but I got Zol. And I remember I saw someone mention Zol not too long ago. So I remember playing that as a kid with the Chupa Chups. But some of the games I've noticed on that mini Amiga, the ones I had, like I think Speedball, although I don't know if I had Speedball 1 or 2. Pinball Dreams. I remember playing Pinball Dreams a lot as a kid as well. And I also had Mortal Kombat, which was a fun game and probably not the best game for a 10-year-old to play, admittedly, but was fun. But yeah, I hope to get a 500 one day. Just trying to what else I got. So yeah, when the GameCube came out over here, we were already like, what, 2-3 years into the PS2. And why I got GameCube was partly felt like natural progression having had a 64. But also, I think because we'd had the 64 and played a load of games on there, it just felt like I wanted the GameCube versions. So, like, played Mario 64, so kind of wanted Sunshine. Had played Smash Bros, wanted Melee. But also, it's like some of the other games coming out, like Sonic Adventure 2 came out on it as a launch thing. And by this point, I'd been a Sonic fan for like 8-9 years at least. And it was only out on the GameCube at the time. So, well, ignoring the Dreamcast one. But the GameCube one was easy to do the multiplayer. So, GameCube just seemed like the natural thing to do. And to be fair, I think it's an underrated console. I think it's amazing. So many good games on there in my mind. Which is why I bought 2 of them. I've got my normal one and I've got the orange Japanese exclusive one. So I've even gone and bought a load of Japanese games for it. Although I don't really have many Japanese exclusives at the minute, so I need to work on that. But I do have the Game Boy player for it, for the Japanese one. Although thankfully I can play any of my Game Boy games. So that helps. I've played Sonic Advance on it. I've played... what else? I played my Thunderbirds game for Game Boy. I played Pokemon Fire Red on it. And right now in it, playing it, I've got a Japanese version of Sapphire. So, but yeah, love the GameCube. I just love how nifty it's with the little handle. I didn't actually get my first original Game Boy until a month or 2 ago. I had a Pocket as a kid, which I later sold to a friend, bought a Game Boy Color. But an actual original Game Boy, I didn't get until about 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I think I did a video on it. Hang on. It's this one. So this is the first original Game Boy I actually own. It's taken me 35 years enough to get one. It's probably quite sad, really. It is a great console, though. I mean, the PlayStation 1 was good, but I suppose then again, they're different consoles in a way. One's handheld, one's not. But yeah, I think I might have even got my Pocket to play Pokemon on it, because I don't know what else I would have really played on it. I know I had, what did I have? I think I had Mario and Yoshi on it. I think my brother had Super Mario Land 2, I think. But it was definitely the Pokemon games were the main games I played on it. Definitely. Yeah. It is so cool, though. Now I've got my own one, I feel like I've accomplished something. But I still want that Man United one. That's the what I really want. If a chicken crossed the road, what would your favourite meal be? How seasoned's the chicken? Like, how many cars run over it? Or lorries? To be honest, though, I'd probably still much rather go for, like, fish and chips, if I'm honest. I had nice fish and chips earlier, actually. During my lunch out. Oh, talking of which, I did go out to some charity shops earlier. And the games were terrible, to be honest. But I did buy a little T-shirt. Hang on, let me see if I can find it. Oh, there it is. I got this for 50p from a charity shop. I know it's like a little kid's top, but it's so cool. So what I'm probably going to do is I'm probably going to fold it up and frame it and have it on my wall. Just like a nice little Sonic picture. Yeah, fish and chips is so yummy. It's one of my favourites. Definitely. You can't beat like proper chip shop chips, in my opinion. They're like so good. I mean, not all of them. Some of them aren't that great when they do it, admittedly. But generally, as a food, yeah. Love them. Anyway, I think I'm going to end the stream there because it's gone midnight now and I've got to go up for work in the morning, which sucks, if I'm honest. But yeah, definitely going to frame that top because I've got posters. Yeah, I'll sort of quickly show. Yeah. Alright, so God, that's so hard. Right, I've got a Detective Pikachu poster. We've got some Yu-Gi-Oh stuff and an American Battle Revolution, and we've got a couple of Zelda posters over there. So it'd be cool to have something Sonic. Although I have got a giant Sonic Generations poster, but that's to get the point. Ah, yes. Room talk. Don't worry, I'm working on it. I've still got some stuff to sort out in here before I can really do it, but I plan to. I'm definitely doing it. Just don't worry. Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. Thanks for coming on. But yeah, okay. I said I would carry on going, but I'm getting tired now, to be honest. And partly through all this, and partly where I sort stuff out earlier, I've got loads of stuff in my bed I need to clear before I go to bed, and I've got some washing to put away and dry up still. So yeah, yeah. As we do the room tour now, if I was off work, maybe, but even then, there's still loads of stuff out, so I'd probably fall over halfway through. But yeah, don't worry, it's coming. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. Thanks for subbing as well. Means a lot. And I saw that you joined the Discord as well, so I'll talk to you later on there. But thank you, everyone. Thanks for coming on. It's actually been really enjoyable. I know it's last minute, but that's the way it goes. But yeah, thanks for coming on. Really enjoyed it, and I'll talk to you all later. Bye.